Hey everybody, Dan Prey from Destination Powersports here in Punta Gorda, Florida, and today I want to walk you through the Polaris Slingshot. Now in front of us we have three models. We have the S model, which is the white one in front of us with a couple accessories on it. We have two different SL models, which I'll break down for you here. Now, right now, until the end of September, Polaris is running a Road to Hana Sweepstakes where you can come in and test drive Polaris Slingshot and enter for a chance to win a trip to Hawaii. All expenses paid on Polaris. So check that out on their website. Come in, see us, and go for a ride on one of these awesome machines. They're a ton of fun. Now on this Polaris Slingshot S model, this is kind of the value machine. So from the factory, it would not come with a windshield. We've added that onto this particular machine. No stereo system. As you can see, you have the open cubby hole here. It's got a smaller wheel tire package, front and rear, than its counterparts, which are going to have the nicer wheel tire packages, a little bit bigger. It is going to run the same drivetrain, so the same engine. A very similar interior, but you do get the cut and sewn seats on the SLs, which I'll show you in a second. You can kind of see it there in the picture. These are just the all black. They are a cut and sewn. You can see that you do have the different materials in here, which do give it some nice textures, a nicer look, but these are still a little bit different than what the SL carries. Otherwise, interior is basically the same. So with the stereo system in the SLs, which I'll show you here, you get a full color screen, which unfortunately I don't have the key to power it on right this second, but full color display. You get Rockford Fosgate speakers and tweeters in both sills, both footwells. You get the nicer interior on the SL models. So as you can see, cut and sewn seats and the upgraded paint. So you got two kind of trim levels on paint on SLs. You have this really nice paint with the metal flake in it, and then you have the custom colors. There's a green, white, the yellow. There's a few other ones, but a lot more variety and choices if you really like to pop when you're out riding these awesome machines. Now this S model also has a carbon fiber spoiler added to it and a fender eliminator done with the plate relocation, as you can see there. Kind of a nice modification. As you can see, the fender is right there on that machine. That's where they come standard. This has been relocated just kind of due to the spoiler and a few other things. But the nice thing on these, we'll just do a quick rundown on general use of a Slingshot, is you have adjustable tilt steering wheel, which the adjusters right here, just underneath the steering wheel, you just pull down. It's like a tongue. Pull it down, you can adjust. It has manual driver's seat adjustments. So just right in the front, just pull, and the seat will slide forward and back. There's also a backrest adjuster, which is just down here by the seat. So if you ever test drive one of these, just keep in mind that when you do pull that, this seat will flip forward and hit you in the face, so actually hold on to it. Also, all of the Polaris Slingshots have storage in the back, so right behind the seat, right there, you just flip the seat forward and you can access that on both sides. Pretty good amount of space. You can definitely go to the store, get yourself some, groceries and that kind of stuff. It's a very usable machine in that regard. Now, popping the hood is a thing a lot of people have never done, and it's kind of cool. So in between these front headlights here, there's a little tongue. Just push down, you hear it unlatch. There's a plate under here. Just put your hand on it and pull, and that hood will pop right up, giving you access to the engine. And all of the Polaris Slingshots currently, for 2019 at least, are powered by a 2.4 liter Ecotech motor that is derived from a GM. Now this is not derived directly from a car, so a lot of people think that, oh, it's the same motor that the Malibu or the Chevy Cruze or something like that had. It's not. It's actually derived from the racing division. It's a crate motor. So Polaris went in with GM and bought thousands and thousands of crate motors from the racing division. These are actually an unrestricted version of this motor, so they put out more power. How much power? Well, I think the last specs I read, this is about 178 horsepower and about 168 foot-pounds of torque. That may be give or take a couple, but it's pretty close. As you can see, factory ram air intakes on these, the nice cold air intakes, which will boost the sound and performance of these machines a little bit versus previous year models. So if you're looking at like a 2015, they will be set up different with an air box up front. But they've changed that on all the newer models, so everybody's getting the cold airs. So kind of cool. But as you can see, double link wishbone suspension up front. Big sway bars. I mean, this is a full roll tube chassis all the way through. It's a space age design, just like race cars are. So this thing is very stiff. It doesn't flex much in the corners. You don't get a lot of body roll. It handles extremely well, and it's just a ton of fun to get into. So guys, if you're interested in taking one of these out on a test drive, they are all 5-speed manual transmissions, so keep that in mind. But stop in, come in and see us. We're in Punta Gorda, right off of Tamiami. If you're headed to Port Charlotte, you can't miss us. We'll be on the right or the left if you're coming in. But come in and see us, guys. We got these in stock. I got a couple more inside, the GTs and the SLR. So if you're looking at the top trim models, the $30,000 ones, I have those also. So come down and see us. We love to meet you in person, take you on a test drive, and hopefully you get a chance to win a trip to Hawaii from Polaris. So this is Dan from Destination Powersports in Punta Gorda. I'd love to meet you guys. Visit us online at www.destinationpowersports.com. Don't forget there's a dash in Destination-Powersports. And give us a call. The link's in the description. We'll talk to you guys later.